Hello. Right, I started to cure my live rock already, and you can see that's been in there for about 2 hours, and already the water's slightly discoloured, which in my eyes is good because obviously it's leaching nitrates, phosphates, all the other kind of waste into the water. Now, the thing that does concern me is there's quite a floral smell from it, and when I say floral, it's like like a lavender bleach fabric softener kind of smell. And I'd anticipate that the rock, the chap I bought it off, he had it outside next to his, get my words out, his tumble dryer or something like that, or he's bleached the rock. I've had a little bit of a Google. Doesn't seem to be a massive problem. In fact, it seems like sometimes it's a done thing to bleach a rock. But what I don't understand is the half-life of bleach. Does it decay? Does it how to kind of deal with it? My approach is I'm going to soak this in RO as I am now for a day or to a week, depending on advice. Get rid of it, fill it with RO, well, salt water rather, and then cure it for, I'd say, about 6 weeks, to be honest. Now, I've got my DIY turf scrubber up there, which I've taken the lights off. The lights are over here, actually, if you'd like to see them. I managed to get a nice grill on eBay. Grill, say heatsink. I think it was from some radio project, but I got an absolute bargain price, 15 quid. It was like a massive thing. Anyway, I digress. So I've made these lights. The slot in the side. I've got six red, 2 blue. There is currently, there's going to be a thermistor that goes in there. I just haven't added it to the code yet. I did have some ideas about features I wanted to add to it, and to be honest, I wanted a bit of experience just controlling LEDs. So there's an Arduino in there with a 2.2 inch TFT with a menu system I put in there where I can control the percentage blue, percentage red, because people have got different advice. I'm going to try different things, and there's also like I've called it the scheduler, but 1 to 24 hours, and I just turn it on, push it in, to then turn it on and off to toggle the hour off. So basically I can denote my lighting cycle. Fitted it in an old hard drive box. Not too bad. These are the nylon screws that go in the top of the turf scrubber, which I'll quickly just show you. Fairly, I can't really see it, it's fairly even distribution. I used a finer grain, I can't remember what it's called, it's like a cross stitch, like nylon, is it, sheet, which I found actually roughed better. Instead of using like a circular saw kind of blade, I just used some aluminium oxide coarse sandpaper, and it fluffed up to like a kind of like feathery consistency. Thoroughly washed it to get rid of any sediment from the sandpaper, but it's really nice and fluffy, which I think will be brilliant for algae attaching. I'm testing it at the moment. It's the first time I've really tested it, just to make sure it's watertight. You can see water comes in here, across down, as you'd imagine, down to the bottom, and then there's emergency overflow here. Now, it's quite loud at the moment. I'm considering how I can quieten it. I've got a homemade valve out of a bit of T-section and pipe with some pipe kind of glued on the inside of it, and it kind of creates like a valve. It works really well, so I can raise the level because it's the bubbles that are making the noise. So I was thinking I could either bend some acrylic or ABC over, or I can make some kind of Durso thing. I'm going to have a play with it either way to kind of lower the noise, because it is going into the lounge. But this is it. It's predominantly made out of acrylic, which is quite nice. The top's made out of ABS. You might notice it's modelled a bit like the Bud Carlson, which I'm really fond of. So I've taken a little bit of inspiration from that. This is where I got the idea to, well, they got the idea. They pointed out that it's a good idea to use ABS at the top because it doesn't deform when the acrylic gets wet. So I've done that. I kind of formed contrast there. I formed that so it sits round, and I put some foot tape down the edge and then laid a bead of silicone, so it gets a nice watertight seal. And then those, you can see the 4 holes like here and here where the nylon screws sit in. Now this is where I can really smell the the lavender, which doesn't smell very bleachy. It smells more like a fabric softener. So I'm hoping I say hope, it's a good thing that it's that. But I'm going to leave this off because if I put my head near here, I can really smell the lavender. So there must be some gaseous exchange going on. So I think it's a good call to leave it like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it like that for a bit. So I don't know if it's lavender or if it's bleach, but I would welcome some advice on how to approach this. Firstly, on how to kind of get rid of the smell, and then secondly, about what if there's normal kind of like curing time. So my intention is to run that until the kind of smell fades. So I'm prepared to do that to about a week. After that, I'll change the water for some salt water, and then I'll put the lights onto the Algae Turf Scrubber, because that's when I imagine there'll be some some further nitrates coming out of it. I'll also test for nitrates and phosphates at that stage until they are low. I don't know how low they can go, but as long as it's well, I imagine there's still going to be some stuff leaching out, but as long as the turf scrubber is removing it, so at least there's good growth in there, I would be prepared to put that onto the tank at that stage. I'm going to introduce some bacteria. I'm looking at sea chem. I've forgotten the name of it, but it looks quite good. But yeah, that's where I am. So yeah, currently, yeah, it's all mounted on this case. Oh yeah, I've got my Jabo, do you pronounce it? RW8 there, which is getting really good flow around the whole thing. Actually, the way I've angled it is down and in, so it's getting really good flow around there. And I've got the pump for the turf scrubber right in the middle, and I've got a filter sock, which you can see there. Actually, it's quite good. Filter sock there, which I'm hoping will catch any sediment on floating bits or anything that kind of obviously gets drawn through the turf scrubber pump. Yeah, that's where we are. Any advice, really welcome. Thank you.